normal. We'll see. Any predictions, Senior Creature?
I think Namshar is looking really good. Maybe Bly, he's been playing more Legacy of the Void. Who knows? And I don't know, but yeah, I think Namshar. I'm really impressed by Namshar. This group, like, for me personally, I thought it would be Bly and then Strange getting out of this group, but see, one of those players isn't going to make it out if Namshar wins, which will be pretty surprising to me. But yeah, Namshar showed really, really good games so far tonight.
The dark horses are galloping right here. He's the dark horse. Sure. I felt clever. You can go ahead. Go ahead with the introduction, Creature.
In the bottom right-hand corner, from Team Carnage Esports, it is Namshar, the Blue Zerg.
And his opponent, the top left-hand corner, representing Team Acer, from the Ukraine, currently down 0-1, it is Bly. Or Akerbly, if you'd be like the guy that doesn't know it's a team. I had that happen to me once. There was a team name within like the name of the player, and they didn't bracket it off, whatever. And I was like, Storm. Well, I don't even remember what it was, but it was very awkward. It was awkward.
Yeah, it's hard to get those names right sometimes.
There's it's Zhu Giliang or whatever that guy's name is. There's one player that one time I was casting. It was actually with Rival, and I was talking to Hawkeye, and I had to call my brother because my brother speaks some Mandarin. I was like, okay, how do you pronounce this name? Because I have no idea, and I'm butchering it. How do I do this?
That's pretty funny.
But, it's like your one lifeline. We both get one lifeline during the cast. Like, who are you gonna call? Who's like, I don't know this. I'll call up Huck, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I'll call up my brother.
Yeah, some people like they just completely like change the names. Like, all right, I'm not calling you this. Like for like when like a name's like super long, like and hard to say, they'll just shorten it to like the abbreviation or something like that.
Especially as the play-by-play, I get 2-syllable names wrong. You expect me to get like a 6-syllable name correct? Like I don't know what you're doing here. Namshar is going to be opening up a little bit more defensively at the moment, gasless. Well, we do see Bly going for, I think it was a hatch first into that gas pool, so Bly does look to take a little bit of map control on Coda, and at least for now, we won't see the awkward situation where we see Namshar cheese Bly, and Bly's like, screw you, I'm going to like proxy hatch your main then.
Yeah. But yeah, mirror builds from the previous game. Namshar going for the safe 14 pool opener, Bly going for the hatch gas pool.
Very reminiscent of Game 1, and it may end up like that. Game 1 was Terraform, so it's another 1v1 map, 2-player map, technically. And I feel like, honestly, Bly would have had it, don't let the roaches in. Maybe get a little bit more of a SimCity, pay for the Evo chambers, even though it's a little bit of minerals, get a nice wall up, as we saw Namshar actually do himself, kind of anticipating some roach and Baneling Ling, but it didn't quite come. So maybe it's just going to come down to him taking a step back, saying, you know what, Bly, throw some Evo chambers, get a wall, I'll be okay.
Yeah, I feel like Bly that last game, he felt like he had to get damage done with those meters, and it forced him to like be on the other side of the map with his meters when he probably should have been at home to defend those roach counters with the mutas, or at least have something else to deal with it. But it looks like we got a Bane Nest from Namshar here, so maybe going to put on some aggression, who knows.
I do not believe Namshar got Baneling Nest in Game 1. I know Bly did, trying to maybe go for some aggression, but saw the terrible wall. So for now, maybe Namshar's got the idea of aggression, and you can kill drones. Don't let me tell you what to kill them with. Bly does have that metabolic boost so much quicker, though, so I don't know if Namshar is going to be able to do anything yet. On the other hand, did that Overlord actually get a scout into the main? It did get a scout into the main of Bly, so Namshar, maybe this is a reaction of, oh crap, you're going to go for a big speedling push.
Yep, very well could be. But yeah, it could be just a defensive Baneling Nest. But rightly so, because we got, or there was 12 more Lings on the way, but it looks like his Bly is going to drain a little bit behind it, so Bly just putting on some pressure here, not all-inning. Maybe hoping for some good Bane connects, and does lose, I'd say like 6 or 7 Lings there. Nice trade for Namshar.
Very nice trade for Namshar, and he's just trying to survive right now. We don't see any layer, though. He's not trying to get up into any position, just droning up at the moment. While we see another earlier layer for Bly, maybe the mutas again. And for now, he's got a nice kind of chokehold on Namshar, as in Namshar cannot go out for that third base at all. He's going to have to pull back and hold.
Yep. And we'll see if Bly chooses to take all of his gases here, because that is an indicator of two base muta.
I do like the two-base muta plays, but at least at this time, it's not quite as roach-heavy for Namshar. At least he's not rushing the roaches to defend. Still, though, Namshar is not being able to get up to his third base, so may see a desperation move of something else forced out that Bly doesn't want. But here's a huge 12 lings coming across the map. 23 out right now for Namshar. Oh, the queen! The Bly after game one was like, I got this, guys. Like, my queen, he's got this. And actually, the third base doesn't quite die. A beautiful baneling hit from Namshar does save it. And now, Bly is hightailing out of here. Namshar's up 1-0, and maybe Namshar can take it 2-0. Thankfully, Bly is not taking a third for himself, so does not need to worry about the jeopardy of that. But, I mean, Namshar, he's looking really good right here. 12 banelings being morphed in. And Bly has 12 lings, kind of-ish, in a spine. Yep. 2 spines.
Namshar right now, he's heading workers and he's being aggressive too. So it looks like this is Namshar's game to win. But Baneling's rolling on in. And see if he gets any drones. And ooh, 10 drones go down. And a bunch of low HP ones. Yeah, this is not looking good for Bly here. And he's still, it looks like he was trying to go for 2-base muta, but he's still yet to start the Spire. Only now just starts it. And
mining, was he mining 4 gas for a while? He does it for extractors, but now in the main base, all the lings trying to do some damage, picking up a couple more kills right here. So far, 11 kills, but if one baneling gets in the natural base, it should just kind of break Bly, be the last straw.
Yep, this is pretty rough position for Bly here. But you know, luckily, if he does lose this match, he's got 2 Protosses to, or
he's got 2 Protosses to choose.
Yeah,
like, he's cool. Oh, I don't even know what happens. Like, if they do go off, do they only get like 1 ling kill right there? I don't even know what happens. I guess actually the lings of Namshar would be better just to go off onto those banelings because there's so few of them, just negate the aggression altogether.
Yeah. Namshar looking pretty comfortable right now. He's on 51 drones against 41. Bly only now taking his third base.
Oh. Bly gets a couple nice baneling hits right there, though, and will negate the next wave, but he's still trying to hold on. He lost 1 spine earlier on, and now he's finally got Spire, but with needing to make more drones, or not actually, he doesn't have to make too many more drones, but with needing to make more drones, his mutas are delayed. Spire's done. He used all his gas. He's got 4 mutas on the way. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though, because his third base is getting hit hard, and the banelings, they have to believe. Don't stop believing.
Namshar already made 5 Spore Crawlers, and Bly is just now only starting 4 mutas. It just goes to show, like, how terrible the position Bly is in.
This is game 1, except for this time Namshar has decided not to go Roach and go Ling instead. It's the exact same thing. Just
pretty much.
And this is when you really feel good, when you win this game in kind of the mid to almost late game, where it's like, yeah, I did that. Like, I countered everything, I was ready, and boom. But Namshar's got to be careful not to lose stuff to these little run-bys.
Yep. Does pick off 3 drones. Nice little win for Bly there, but he's going to need a lot more of those if he wants to have any chance of winning this game. And we do see Pathogen Glen started for Namshar, so he's gonna do a similar style to what he had the last game, except I would say right now he's even more ahead than he was in the previous game.
He is a lot more ahead so far. I don't actually think he's killed that many. Let me see how many workers he's killed. He's only killed 11, so not quite as much as he has done before, but he is ahead in all their likes. The layer was a lot more delayed for Bly because of the early Ling aggression, which is kind of the roaches that just took a while to get up to actual roach tech. And oh man,
2 mutas going down to Spore Crawlers. And do you see a Hydralisk Den on the way now for Namshar? So it's probably he's just getting all of his tech up, so then he can probably go in for the kill eventually. wants to make sure he's safe at home from the mutas and everything, and then build up that queen count, build up that hydra count, and then eventually go for a kill.
Hydraless Den, a lot more delayed than in game 1, but when you have 9 spores, who needs hydras? Like, just move the spores with your army, really. That's all you got to do. And 3 queens at the front, but the queen's got to be really careful right here. Is there transfuse? There is a transfuse. I think Namshar's fine as long as he gets there. The transfuse falling back onto this. Infestors are also out, and they do have pathogen glands, so Namshar just got to wait like minute and a half, and he's got everything he needs, all the tools for the job.
Bly's got to be really careful with his mutas. Because if he loses all those mutas to fungal, that's just... You might as well just tap out there. And, looks like Namshar is spreading that creep. Wants to probably get on the aggressive soon.
Namshar is starting to push out now. He's got a nice amount of hydras finally with this force. About 13 hydras in a year is him moving out. Miras may be able to get some damage done, but only kind of stop the reinforcement line as the queen's already ready, though. And back at home for Bly, what does he realistically have? He's got a couple roaches here. What has he got? Like 13 roaches, actually, and a fungal growth right on top of him. Infestors got to be careful, but with this surround, I think Namshar just decimates the force. Mita's coming back, try to snipe some of these Infestors right here, but there's just too many hydras. As long as they focus them down, Infested Terran, why not? Got to counteract these Mitas.
So much of Bly's supply was in eggs. There was 14 roaches on the way. You know, if they're in the eggs, they can't fight. And yeah, and also these mutas, they're taking up supplies too, which are not too useful in the fight either. So yeah, it's pretty much game over for Bly here. And it looks like Namshar is gonna move on, be the first one to move on out of this group.
Namshar pretty convincingly will go 2-0 in this. There's the GG, 2-0, and coming from the first match, at least on Bly's side, 2-0, you had to feel really good versus JackO, and then moving into that, yeah, gotta hurt a little. Although Namshar moves out, I think going 4-1. Yeah, overall 4-1.
Yep. Showcasing some really good CVZ there, and late game ZVP. Just solid play from Namshar. I was really impressed. But yeah, this is crazy now, because I thought Bly and Strange would make it out of this group for sure. But, you know, now one of those two isn't going to make it to the round of 8.
Not only you, but also chat did. Funnily thing enough, though, if you look, I sent him a document of like random prep information beforehand. I actually said Bly first and Namshar second, so that was I kind of like my prediction right there. Even though I feel good, even though it was a little bit of Legulac, a little bit of Team Liquid, a little bit of my own stuff. I was like, okay, cool. It was a mix of everything.
Cheating with the Legulac there.
It was a Legulac on Bly v Namshar, and I think I say Namshar is Bly. I think I said Bly wins in Bly v Namshar because I wasn't sure. They're both really good. Like the other ones, I kind of was able to